Misery loves company and hard work hates excuses. Now, for whatever reason, this is something that took me so long to understand. I had to learn it the hard way. Back when I was younger, I used to eat out all the time, stay up late, skip out responsibilities. In this case scenario, I'd say secondary school classes or even college classes. I'd skip classes whenever I could, or responsibilities. Let's say I was going to do something and I needed to do that thing, this being an essay in this context once again, I'll just completely skip the deadline for the essay, and of course that had repercussions. But I didn't really care, because everyone else was doing it. And when I was doing all of these things, I had all the company in the world. Nobody was questioning me. Nobody felt threatened in any way. Everyone was comfortable. Everything felt just right to me. Everybody was laughing. Everything was casual. Everything was how it was supposed to be. Why? Because I was on the exact same level as these people. Just normal. I had the same mindset, the same habits, the same excuses. Misery loves company, but it also loves familiarity. People love your presence when you fit whatever they consider normal in their lifestyle. And for me, that was participating in degeneracy. In this context, skipping out on lessons. People loved me when I just didn't ask any questions and I just did whatever they wanted me to do, because it was familiar to them. All of these degenerate routines, the same late nights, the same excuses, the same habits, the whole lot of it, you've now become fully accustomed to their way of thinking. That procrastination that you've always wanted to get rid of, you've amplified that just by staying in the same environment as them. Unfortunately, the people that I used to hang out with back then were misery for the most part. Whether it was drinking all the time, whether it was staying up late, whether it was skipping out on classes. All of these things, they never benefited me in any way. I always tell you guys, awareness without action means absolutely nothing. It was only when I finally had the courage to take action and work on myself, I started to see things improve for myself. And of course, that should come across as a no-brainer, right? You take yourself seriously so you end up a bit more successful. But it's not. A lot of people don't know that they're in this bubble with misery. So when you finally get up and leave, it feels alien, it feels different, it feels weird. Things like waking up earlier, spending less time wasting time, and speaking about things that actually mattered. Suddenly, I became a whole lot less popular. Suddenly, I didn't really have company. Suddenly, I wasn't as fun anymore. I was a whole lot more boring. And just moving on from the scenarios that I've given so far, whenever you do something different in life anyway, people always have something to say. Whether you do something, whether you don't do anything, people are always going to speak, right? Why are you acting differently? What's this you're doing? You don't speak anymore. Who do you think you are? Are you trying to be better than us? We've all heard things like this before. Whenever you go against the grain, whenever you pursue your passion, people are always going to be curious as to what you're doing. They're going to try and figure you out. Why you're not doing as they're doing. When I started this YouTube channel, there's a whole lot less laughter, less invitations, and more distance. It felt like I was being punished in some way for doing what I enjoy, for staying disciplined in what I enjoy doing, of course. It didn't really make sense, and it occurred to me it wasn't because that I'm being disciplined at all. It's because I don't really share a common excuse with the people that I used to speak to. And I feel like the reason why a lot of people can bond, the reason why a lot of people can stay with a lot of people with these big friend groups is because they're afraid to go against the grain. They're afraid to go against the opinion of a large audience. It's such an alien feeling to them to go ahead and pursue something that's different. They don't want to be different. And I was just, quite frankly, I was sick and tired of validating that kind of lifestyle. So I went against the grain, and it was an alienating feeling because people, they look at you differently. They do. And I feel like that's when it really hit me. That's when I really fully understood that misery loves company, and you can't grow as a person unless you're willing to separate. You can't change the opinions of those who want to stay comfortable, who want to stay in this bubble with misery. You can't change them. Sometimes you really do need to move on. And of course, I've had people who have DM'd me who I've tried to help. I've helped them try to push that mental roadblock that is holding them back. But it turns out sometimes I'm the only one who's pushing. They're not even helping me help themselves. I'm not here to protect other people's comforts, and you shouldn't be here to do that either. On the other hand, hard work, it hates excuses, because excuses can keep you average. And average can be a very crowded place. That's why self-development, Kaizen, can feel lonely at first, because it's unfamiliar territory, whilst everyone else stays in familiar comforts. I've heard this quote 1,000 times over, and I'm going to repeat it to you guys. People would rather a familiar hell than an unfamiliar heaven. All the time. Ignore that voice crack. Let's just pretend like it didn't happen. I'm dying out here and I need water straight away after this video. But coming back to what I was saying, if people only love your company when you're wasting your potential, they don't really love you. They just love your participation in their comforts. And a lot of you know deep down, if you are wasting your potential, you know what's going on. This video is just going to serve as a reminder for you to do what you need to do. Your growth will come at the cost of being laughed at. Your growth will come at the cost of being alienated, isolated for a time. It's a part of the process, but it'll be worth it in the end. Everything that I've mentioned isn't a sign that you're failing, but a sign that you're succeeding. It's a sign that you're leaving the bubble that most people never escape with misery. So, the theme of this video, of course, misery loves company. I'm sure you all get the message by now. And hard work doesn't hate people, it just hates excuses. It's going to suck for a time, but you need to get comfortable with the fact that you're going to be alone throughout this growth stage. Until you find the right people, you're going to be alone. And I know it may suck for a time, but both you and I, we're putting us first, and that's all that matters, right? So long as we prioritize our growth and make sure that we're good at the end of this tunnel, then things will work out for us. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, share it to a friend or family member who you think may need to see this video. If you guys want to join a community full of like-minded people on the path of Kaizen, then I'd love to have you in the Kaizen community. I'll leave a link down below in the description as well as the comment section. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care and God bless.